Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Hello, everyone. Welcome, and thanks for joining us again for another Aggressive Defiance live stream. Please hit that like button on the way in. Smash the stuff and share the mother live. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's get this party started. Why not?
Alright, motherfucker, listen up. This is for the fucking homies steady giving no fucks. If you wanna join the party, put your middle fingers up. And when the music fucking hits, you better jump.
Right now. What's up, peeps? How we living, y'all? How y'all doing? Hi, everybody. What's good, everybody? How are you guys doing? Another live stream. And another one. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. I am delighted to see you all. How the heck are you? Did I have a good day back at work? Yeah, I did. Absolutely. I did. My legs are sore and I'm starting to pee blood again, but that's probably because I busted the scab off. They said that would be happening around the 2-week mark. And it's like the 3rd week mark, right? What's up, Miss January? Hello there, Joe Wack. What up, Hillbilly? Hank Bridges, how are you? Ryan, good to see you. What's up, Miss January? Larna Wells, hello there. Hello, Melissa. Melissa. Deborah, how are you, Deborah? Nice to see you. Brandy, good to see you as well, baby, as always. 1985. You already know. Brandy, how are you? On the road with Nana and Papa, how are you guys? Excuse me. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I just got a... Sorry. Yeah, there ain't no new news. No new news. If y'all been waiting on news on Patrick, see what happened at his court date, nothing has updated yet, y'all. But I will keep everybody. I think Hillbilly's also looking. So we will keep you guys updated. What's up, Twist? See there? What's up, darling? Hello, Leesky. How are you, Leesky? Dang, my legs are sore, boy. That's what got the sorest is my legs. Woo! Woo! Yeah, they just haven't updated the websites or nothing. What's good, everybody? Yeah, I got sore. My legs are. What's up, Chris? Amy, hello. How are you? Making sure I don't miss nobody. Do you guys think this is going to turn into a cold case? I think that that's what they're kind of trying to do. What's up, TT? Hello, TT. How are you? Susan, hello, Susan. Courtney Reed, what up? Christy Dye, what up? What's up? What's up, Uno? Back to work was good. Got to see everybody. Yep, it was all good, man. I'm starting to pee blood again, though. I just noticed that last time I went to the bathroom. But that probably means my scab come off. I'm not in pain or nothing. I feel all right. I feel actually pretty good. Pretty damn good. Pretty good. Man, there's a lot of y'all in here. I think I've called everybody. Let me see. Full moon brings some crazies out at Nancy's today. Really? What happened at Nancy's today? Come on, get up in here. You couldn't wait, could you? Okay, bye-bye. See you later. He just had to get up here and just get right in the middle of it, didn't he? All right, man. I'm going to put up a poll because I need to know, man. How many of y'all think this is going to turn into a cold case? Because I think, welcome back, Susan. Welcome back, Susan. Thank you for being a member here on ADTV. I appreciate you, Susan. Thank you so much to all the other members as well. If you're not a member, become a member. What are you waiting?
Right now, 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 right now.
Let me see here. Not a Q&A. You fucker. And this kind of hurts my heart too. That this possibly is starting to look exactly like what a cold case looks like. It is. And I feel like I almost feel like that them not giving us any information, any new leads, any new like information on this. I feel like that's what they're trying to do. I feel like that's what they're doing. Is they're just making it a cold case without even like telling everybody. Or you know what I mean? Just kind of I find it very odd, man. JLR was out searching on foot. I wonder when he's going to figure out that he ain't had anything new on his program in quite some time. And that's here too, you know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm almost ready to just move on. Like, but the only thing that doesn't stop me is that she hasn't been found. I would love for this woman to be found, recovered, brought back home, something. And imagine how Savannah Guthrie feels, man, or Annie, you know, like, what are you doing for my mom? Here I got $1 million cash on the line. What are you guys doing for my mom? I would be up the sheriff's ass, y'all. I'm just being honest. I would be like, what are you doing for my mother? How are you going to do something to get my mother back home? I'm thinking about that too, Leanne. I am Leon. Leanne. I am Lily. I feel like that them not speaking to the public is a big kick in the face in this being a cold case. I really do believe that. I'm gonna bring in something that I was checking out yesterday and we didn't get to cover it because we covered some other shit. But I'm gonna bring it in for you. Damn it. It's Brian Hinton. Good old Brian Hinton, y'all.
For checking out my show. Really appreciate it. Please click to
Excuse me.
subscribe. I appreciate all your support. It is day 27 in the search for Nancy Guthrie. I'm outside Nancy Guthrie's house. It's Friday. A couple of developments today that I'm going to get to in this episode. First of all, a really interesting interview coming up in a couple of minutes with a former member of law enforcement in Pima County who actually worked this neighborhood for decades, worked burglaries in this neighborhood. I haven't really talked to anyone quite like this, and he has a theory about what happened to Nancy Guthrie that is very interesting. And again, this isn't just like someone with an
in that area
that, has never even been here. I mean, this is a guy who worked other burglaries right in this area. He knows the area well. He knows the terrain well. And it's very interesting what he thinks happened. So you're going to hear from him coming up in a second. But I want to give you a couple of updates from.
I don't know. I'm not sure, Night Owl. I'm not really sure.
Statement. I'm going to read it.
30 days? I mean, I think it's like 30 days or something, or 90 days maybe, before you can. How long before you can like hit the insurance up? Like how long? Yeah, I'm wondering that too. Okay. I'm going to ask, how long after a kidnapping does it take for a person to be found legally dead if they haven't been found? The person who is kidnapped or goes missing is typically declared legally dead after 7 years. Wow. They got to wait 7 years? This waiting period can be reduced to 5 years in some regions for legal context. Exceptions: if evidence suggests the person was exposed to a specific immediate peril, such as kidnapping where the victim was likely killed, a judge can declare them legally dead much sooner than the 7-year period. A court must determine the person is dead after a diligent, unsuccessful search and no communication. For up to 7 years, the law generally presumes the missing person is still alive. How many times after 7 years have they found people? Like, why would it be that long? That seems pretty long to me. Yeah, because she's facing peril, right? Hey, Leesky! You've been a member for 3 months. Hey, 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 hey. Shout out to Leesky, man. Shout out to you, baby. I appreciate it.
Right now, 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 right now.
Yeah, they found that she could be in peril. So if she wandered off, then they might wait that long. But since she's been kidnapped, it'd come sooner than that. A judge would write this off. We have 2 little boys. Let's get this party started right. Thank you, Leesky. She.
Right now, 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 right now.
Miss January, shout out to you, baby. She cares about the gold.
Right now, 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 right now.
Y'all are fun. Y'all are so much fun. I am so happy to have you guys as fucking members of our chat. Every single last one of y'all. We have a blast. Don't be upset with me if I'm not like over fucking fun tonight. I am a little bit tired, but I'm here, baby. I'm here. My legs got sore today. I could tell. I did not like putting them boots back on. I hate them fucking steel-toe boots. And I got some nice ones too. I got bad feet, man.
Kind of read between the lines here of what they mean by some of this, but they say this remains an active investigation and will continue until Nancy Guthrie is located or all leads have been exhausted. The Pima County Sheriff's Department is refocusing resources. That's what I thought was interesting. They
Right. That's
refocusing resources to detectives specifically assigned to this case. As leads are developed and resolved, resource allocation may fluctuate. PCSD will maintain a patrol presence in the Guthrie neighborhood.
So from what I'm hearing is they're going to be putting like 2 investigators from Pima County, so many FBI agents, and it's going to be like a task force. So they're sizing down big time from what was looking for her. They're sizing down big time. Oh, I'll be searching for them babies for real.
When they say refocusing resources, it's my understanding that pretty much every detective has been working this case in the past, and I think now they are just going to assign certain detectives to work the case so others can go back to working other cases in Pima County, which
That's
has
not
been a
good,
complaint
man.
I've heard from some people that, other crimes aren't getting the attention that they need right now here because Pima County has everyone working the Nancy Guthrie case. So it sounds like they are going to move things around a little bit, especially
Yeah,
since in many ways there just haven't been any good leads.
that just kind of tells you that they haven't had any good leads, that they're going to send people back to what they were doing. There was a case here back before I was born. I think it was before I was born. A little girl named Sylvia Likens. I don't know if you guys ever read the book or not. It was a sad case, man. That was here in my city on the east side. Yeah, that was a very bad situation for that little girl, man. Her parents were carnival workers, and they dumped her off to this woman and her family. She had other kids. The parents of the carnival workers dumped Sylvia, their own kid, off with this woman and never came back to get her. And they hurt Sylvia bad. They would starve her, burn her. Her other kids would pick on her. It was really bad.
That we know of.
Take a look at it.
FBI has moved a lot of their people back to Phoenix, which is about 2 hours away. That's obviously where they're, like.
I got noise in my mic. I know why now. Thank you for listening for that. I had the wrong mic on. Sorry. I'm glad you hit that. I am so glad you caught that. Yeah. I was talking to you through the camera mic instead of this mic. Good grab. I don't know why I had my mixer on and everything. I just ain't with it right now. Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, look up the Sylvia Likens. That thing. It was bad. Thank you, Starry.
Headquarters is for this area, so that kind of makes sense, but they are emphasizing that they're also keeping agents on the ground here in Tucson still. On TikTok, I mentioned this last night. There was something kind of weird that happened that we learned more about outside Nancy Guthrie's house late last night. There was this car that kept driving by over and over and over again. And we saw it for like just over in a really creepy way, driving slow, stopping by us. Like it just, there's a lot of people that drive by, but this just felt different. And one of the other photographers out here said that he saw the driver inside, like holding up a photo of Nancy Guthrie. It was just really creepy and weird.
Native
So
Virgo.
one of the members of the media went over and told the deputy who was outside.
Shout
Nancy
out
Guthrie's.
to you, girl. Native Virgo.
Right now, 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 right now.
House. They ended up questioning the guy, getting him out of the car, and it turns out that they charged him with driving under the influence. They did a field sobriety test.
Almost
it was
a
all
year.
very strange that it was happening right in front of Nancy Guthrie's
Almost
house.
a year.
He had the photo of her in the car and that he drove by so many times. They say that it has nothing to do with the investigation, the Nancy Guthrie investigation, but he was arrested for driving under the influence. And I just wanted to give you guys
marijuana, dude.
I saw it happening.
Like, why on earth would you ride around the Nancy Guthrie house smoking reefer, dude? It's like a hotbed for police, right? You'd think, but not you. You're riding around looking for Nancy smoking reefer. Like, come on, bro. That's the most dumbest shit in the world. Let me ride by Nancy's in front of all these reporters smoking reefer. Good almighty, man. You never fire up weed in the car unless you're on the highway. Never. I've had a cop pull up on me, catch me with weed and didn't, and like, they never got me for DUI. They were being petty, bro. DUI on weed? You got to be an idiot to catch that charge. You literally got to be a dummy. Yeah, just riding by. You got every snitch YouTuber. Sorry, I didn't mean that. I was just kidding. I was just kidding. I'm here. I'm here, y'all. Every YouTuber picked up their other phone, like, 911? Yeah, this guy over here keeps driving by. He smells like weed. They got him out there doing field sobriety test out in front of fucking Nancy's, bro. Imagine how embarrassing that would be. Imagine, like, right out in front of Nancy's, just doing field sobriety test.
With Eric Maldonado, though. He's the one who worked for Pima County Sheriff for decades and worked this area specifically, knows all about the way burglars operate in this area. And again, just had a really, really interesting perspective on the case and what he thinks may have happened and all the latest developments. So here's my conversation with Eric. I'm joined now by Eric Maldonado. Eric, it's nice to meet you. I think I've met a lot of your former colleagues here in Pima County. So thank you for taking the time. First of all, you worked for the sheriff's office here for almost 3 decades, right?
Yeah, I was there for 29 years from 1995 to 2024, and I retired as the K-9 unit supervisor.
Nice.
Wow. Okay, cool. Were you on SWAT?
Nice, bro.
Yeah, I was on SWAT for 10 years. I was in K-9 for 12 years, 6 as a deputy, and then 6 as the K-9 unit supervisor working a dual-purpose dog. And I also supervised the search and rescue unit for a couple of years.
Okay, so this is a badass dude right here. He's a badass. Yeah, he's one of those guys that's meant for this job. 29 years? He don't even look that old, does he? He don't even look that old. The faces.
Okay, awesome. Well, you're the perfect guy for me to talk to today. First thing I want to ask you about this new surveillance video. It's from 2.5 miles away from Nancy's. You see a car go by. And the timing is what's interesting to me because Nancy's pacemaker disconnected at 2:28 a.m. The car goes by at 2:36, which is about the same amount of time it would take to drive from Nancy's by this camera. Sure. And it's also the same route that some of the locals told me they would take if they were trying to get away without being spotted because it doesn't go on any of the main roads. What do you make of it?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't put too much value in it. I think there is value in it. Like, let's be realistic. But based on the abduction itself, like that, I think that would just take some time on scene.
He's not on the ground.
So the time difference just seems to be a little bit too compressed, but I do think it's of value because maybe it's not Nancy in that car, but maybe it's someone associated with the crime itself in that vehicle. So just because the vehicle goes by doesn't necessarily mean that Nancy was in it, but that vehicle could absolutely 100% be associated with the crime itself. And then from there, you can extrapolate further and start looking at LPRs and surveillance videos, other ring camera footages. I know there's technology where you kind of try to dissect the make and model of the vehicle, but the video itself has to be pretty good. And they do that like with positioning of headlights, the shape of the headlights, the style of the vehicle, is the boxy, is the curve. So I think they can probably get some evidence from it. Where it leads, like that remains to be seen.
And when you say LPR, license plate readers, are there a lot of those around this area?
Mm-hmm.
Well, no. Well, there is in Metro Tucson. So Pima County, like the sheriff's department, basically works on the outside, on the skirts of the city. But Pima County itself, in that area, it's pretty urban. So there are license plate readers out there. Like you're not going to see it like to the level of Phoenix or some of the bigger cities.
I think
in the country.
that's against the law.
There
man.
are, unfortunately, there's probably not as much as we would like.
I don't
Are
think
you
you should have
surprised? Because it
license
was a
plate
reporter who found that video. Are you surprised? I mean, there's just been hundreds of law enforcement here between the FBI and Pima. Are you surprised that
evening,
they
Sky.
didn't track it down first?
Well, let me say this. I just find it troubling that this video has existed, and with the amount of attention this incident has created, you would think that the neighbors would have just been scouring through their Ring camera footage.
Yeah,
and like,
that's what I said. You know, why aren't they?
How long have you actually been sitting on this? You know, how long was the person who provided the video? How long did they look? You know, like wait to tell law enforcement, or how long did it take for them to actually review the video surveillance? So I find that troubling.
Okay, so
Here's the thing: when it comes to the gathering of evidence, I think
it's too smart.
I think you could poke holes very easily at the investigation, and I believe 100% that there were things that were done that we probably could have done better at. The first thing, obviously, is releasing the scene way too soon. You know, the fact that you're finding 12, 14 gloves, you know, out in the area, you know, a couple miles away, like honestly, that's just so unprofessional.
Yeah, dude. They were saying a lot of the gloves were part of the FBI's that were just dropping them after using them. Like how? Or it was the Pima County dudes. Hi, Indian. That were just dropping gloves. And then the next people come behind going, "Oh my God, a glove." Oh my God, dude. I'm not laughing at this to like make it a joke or anything like that, because Nancy's life 100% matters. I've lost my faith in these investigators. Right? I've lost my faith. Because you got guys like this that were doing it 29 years. He's retired now. Of course, don't work for him, but he's openly coming after that sheriff department. You know what I mean? That's not the only one that's done it. There's a person that there was a sheriff that's over the union that was dogging the fucking sheriff, dude. Like, they didn't do good at all. What's up, Jupiter? I have lost my faith in this investigation. I think we are going to be seeing a cold case. Yep. And they're going to make it happen. They're going to make it a cold case. No choice, because they're just stopping giving us all information. Hi, CG. They're just stopping. Nothing has come out in how long? Weeks. Weeks, right? The only thing that came out is like Savannah went to the memorial. There's nothing new. He is a clown for sure.
Star, the sheriff's department, FBI, what other resources were there? Like, people should know better. Like that.
Well, it's the Pima County Sheriff, because they're the first on the scene. FBI didn't come until later. They already fludged this crime scene up long before the FBI got there.
This compromises the integrity of the investigation. In the time that you could be spending working on the Guthrie case, you're wasting time gathering evidence that's just really been discarded by law enforcement personnel or ID techs. So I find that disturbing. The gathering of the actual video footage from law enforcement, you know, we're at 3 weeks at this point. You know, I would have hoped that at a minimum, law enforcement would have made contact with these people if they're within that radius. So in the very beginning, like, your radius is not going to be probably 3 or 4 miles. You know, right on off jump, you're probably looking at, you know, let's just concentrate on, you know, the block to the north, to the south, to the east, to the west, and let's start expanding.
Smart man.
Or you can start wide, very far out, and then just work your way in and compress that way. Those two strategies work. But I'm wondering, like, still, it's within 2 to 3 miles. why weren't these individuals contacted by law enforcement? And if they did contact them, then was that video actually available? Was the person forthright with law enforcement? Did they actually admit to have reviewed the video, or they had said, oh, there was nothing there, and then now we fast forward 2-3 weeks later and we're like, oh no, wait, there is something there, and then they come forward. So like, I don't really know the details of whether or not law enforcement actually made contact with them, but they should have been at least in that defined search area within 3 weeks. Like, honestly, within the first couple of days, that scene was blown up further and further and further and expanded out pretty wide. So I would have hoped that be it the feds or the sheriff's department or a combination of both with a unified incident command system, that they would have systematically notated who they've made contact with, who they didn't make contact with. And it, unlike other areas like in Metro Tucson, this isn't a grid, so you can't really like do a grid search or anything like that. But someone should be at the command post, or the person who's documenting the operational periods of the investigation, they should be notating that on this street, these are the listed parcels. We went to parcel A, B, C, D. E wasn't there. There was no one home at that time. We went to F, G, all the way down. We need to go back to E. So with the FBI and the sheriff's department both working on it, I really would I would like to believe that they would have made contact with those individuals. And if they didn't, then that's a mistake.
Have you talked to any? I mean, I'm sure you must have friends still, here in the department. You didn't retire that long ago.
Yeah.
What's sort of the sentiment? Because a lot of people ask me that, and I'm like, well, I mean, I talk to the neighbors out here a lot and stuff, but what are you hearing?
Raining again here.
Well, I can tell you that.
Oh, that would be wild,
At
Randy.
least the circle that I run with, which is really the tactical side. Like everyone wants to find a resolution to this. I think there's frustration on everyone's part, and I think that's to be expected. The investigation hasn't gone, I don't say according to plan, but according to the way you see it on Dateline or 48 Hours or on 2020, where, at the end of an hour-and-a-half episode, they've already processed the scene, they've interviewed people, they've tracked suspect downs, they've got an interview on tape, a confession, and all of a sudden it ends with someone in custody. Like, that's not reality. But I do think that it is frustrating that it's taken this long. But there are some things that are just outside of their control. Now, like, where does that frustration stem from? I think part of it is the investigation itself, maybe how it was handled immediately, not having clear defined roles as to who is taking on what responsibility, a clear unified incident command system. And listen, you can have.
Shout out to Brooks. Thank you for the donation, baby. I appreciate you always helping me hit that goal.
Right now, 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 right now.
All those things in place.
This dude's smart, man.
Perception is reality. You could have a unified incident command system in place in theory or on paper, but not be working in a unified manner. So what I think you're seeing is the projection of frustration of maybe how the investigation was handled. And honestly, what I see a lot is the frustration of the blowback on the sheriff's department as a whole. Now, the sheriff has taken his hits, and I think he's taken responsibility for some of those hits.
Yeah,
which
right.
He should.
What up, Nana?
And I think he's admitted, hey, we probably released the scene too soon. There are times that you just need to throw yourself on the sword and call a spade a spade. It is what it is. But I think I think there's this umbrella feeling that the negative publicity kind of reflects on the people who are actually working on the case, and nothing could be further than the truth. Like these guys are working hard. No, everyone wishes this case would have been over and done with, would have been resolved by now. but it hasn't. And then when there's media coverage, which kind of suggests that maybe there's inadequacy at the sheriff's department, I think that kind of just reflects negatively as a whole on the department itself. And I think the troops really get down on that because no one wants to be famous for a botched investigation. Like, it's guilty by association. And I feel it too. You know, I've worked for the sheriff's department 29 years. I love the sheriff's department. Like, I wouldn't have done it any differently. And I'm proud to have been a deputy and a sergeant there. But when I tell people now that I worked at the sheriff's department, like,
I want to hear this
cringe
guy.
because I'm expecting
29 years.
someone to say something about the department and that we're not as good as maybe we thought we were.
So you're saying it's not the people on the ground doing the work; it's more the people making the decisions.
Oh,
is that what you're saying?
Well, what I'm saying is, first of all, leadership comes from the top down, right? The sheriff has his hands full, as would anyone. I think everyone in this scenario would struggle to some degree.
Yeah.
Kind
Especially
of putting it out there for the media and coordinating, honestly, the chaos that ensues with an investigation like this. I think if
these guys did
I
a
were in the
perfect
sheriff's
burglary,
shoes, or I was the sheriff for a day, one of the things I probably would have done would have been maybe just streamline the output of information a little bit more, because here's the deal. When you do interviews one-on-one, you get asked questions that are generally the same, but there's like part of that question that's just slightly different than the next question. So when you do multiple interviews, let's say in a day, and I don't know how many interviews he's done in a day, like I don't have access to that. All I know is what I've seen on TV. But what you see is you get an answer to a question that sounds generally the same, but then the answer is different every time.
Yeah.
And what happens is that creates confusion. I think there is value in doing
so true
a media conference with local media and national.
It makes me wonder if she's ever going to be found. It really does. This is what makes me wonder if she's ever going to be found. You think he's hiding in plain sight? Yeah, it was so dumb of the people that covered this. Hi, Catco. I mean, so the people that was covering this case from the police sheriff down, man. Like, what the fuck? Y'all fumbled the bag, man.
And saying, hey,
they fumbled
the news
the bag.
Is that there's no news. Because what happens is we live in a world of like, we want information and we want it now. We're not used to in society of having an investigation be this public and drag out for so long and then still have media present on scene.
So I've been away from home for a while for work, and one of the things I miss so much are my factor meals. They make it
I know, you gotta get that promo
and
in.
People start filling in the gaps. And I'm telling you, you can hear someone can say something about the investigation, and by the time it gets from that person down the chain to maybe the 10th person, it is completely different. And all of a sudden you've got all these.
I do that shit all the time at work. I swear to God, I do. I'm guilty of that. I do it all the time at work. I'll start some bullshit. I do it all the time, dude. I do it all the fucking time, man. At work, I'll tell one of my people that are working with that day, and I'll be like, hey, watch this. And I'll start a story. I'll start some gossipy ass story, and I'll watch it flip by the time it gets all the way back around to me. I swear to God, it's funnier than shit. I do it all the fucking time, man. Because I don't give a fuck. The story ain't true anyway. It's so hilarious. It does it. Like, by the time you tell this person, and you're like, hey, don't tell nobody, man, but blah, 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 blah. The next thing you know, it's fucking boom, 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 and back around to you. And it's something completely different than what you said to begin with. Every single time.
Working theories, and
I
none
do it
of
at work
which
all the time.
could be further from the truth. Like that's just the reality.
I'm guilty.
So I think if we probably just cleaned up the communication,
I do it a lot. It's funny.
that would probably help a lot. However, there isn't much to update.
We do it
But I
too.
do think there is value in routinely at least letting people know, hey, listen,
Hell yeah,
we're
have
still
a great
working the
time.
case. This is where we're at. In the news is that there is no news. At least
Yeah.
people would understand, like, okay, you know,
There
they're
ain't no
still working
news.
it, but nothing much has changed. And just have it just come out
That's not good
one
though.
time, and then everyone can get it at the same time versus doing it individually and running the risk of it not coming out the way you had hoped it.
Right. Makes sense. They put a statement out today, the Pima County Sheriff's Office, saying,
Okay.
and I was trying to read between the lines here. The Pima County Sheriff's Department is refocusing resources to detectives specifically assigned to this
Oh
case.
wow.
As leads are developed and resolved, resource allocation may fluctuate.
Yeah.
So I'm,
Who's that?
you know, I was trying to kind of understand what they meant. It seems like in the beginning, maybe they had everyone thrown at the case, and now they're just going to have specific detectives that work it. Is that kind of the way you read it?
Oh yeah, there's no reading between the lines there. I mean, the feds pulled most of their resources back to Phoenix, and I think what you're seeing is the sheriff's department is following suit. Listen, just because resources are being scaled back doesn't mean that the investigation doesn't continue forward. Like they're still working it, but at this point, like where's the value in having all your resources put into one case?
And that woman, where's the value, huh? Well, that's hard to tell. That's hard to say right there. You're talking about an 84-year-old woman. She's not worth nothing. That's hard to say, man. Hell yeah, Vegas would be fun as hell.
When they're
Have
really
fun,
like
girl.
when you've already
Y'all have a blast.
exhausted you know, all your leads, like evidence is only taking you so far. Like there's not much value in having all your resources in that one bucket. At some point, you got to say, all right, how many people do we need to actively and effectively continue working this case?
Man, that's
And if that's 5 or 6
cold-blooded right there, man.
detectives, great. The rest, honestly, at some point, they've got to go and still work on their other cases. Like there are other victims, and I'm not trying to, you know, poo-poo Nancy Guthrie or anything like that. But there are other cases that need to be resolved, and other victims need attention too. So I think it's a smart move by the sheriff's department and the sheriff to.
So the way I'm taking it is there's going to be a list of people in the sheriff's department, investigators there, and there's going to be a list of FBI agents, and they're going to head a task force for Nancy Guthrie. So they've scaled it back big time. Think she was abducted? She was definitely abducted.
I'm out and say, hey, listen, and being honest and
By the
forthright
aliens,
about
I doubt it.
We're
They don't
scaling
want
back,
anybody
and there's
84 years
nothing
old.
wrong with that. And every agency in the country would do the same thing. The FBI already did it.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the detectives I met out here said that was one of the reasons they thought that this should have gone to the FBI fully initially, because they have the resources to keep it staffed up long term.
Don't go to Area 51, man. You might end up in like the pyramid, the like Bermuda Triangle or something. You might never be seen again, Nana. Don't do that, man. You might get sucked into like a time warp driving down the highway. You ever heard of that shit?
Whereas here, you know, they're not investigating other crimes because there's just not enough people there if they've got everybody on Nancy Guthrie.
So, listen,
it's not real, guys. It's like Fort Knox. The shit's not real.
When you're at the top of the food chain as the sheriff, you know, with that comes public expectation. And part of that public expectation is that you're actively involved in the cases that occur in your community, because there's significant value in getting the folks who work in the community to solve the crimes that
You can
occur
see
in the
it. That'd be
community.
tight.
You
It
know,
would be cool to
the
see her
FBI can
one.
come in and they come in with a cold, sterile approach because they're not necessarily connected to the community. They don't know who
Right.
the people are, the players and stuff like that. However, in a perfect world, if I were king for the day and the FBI said, "Hey, we would like to take this off your hands," I would say, "Have at it, man." Like honestly,
a long time ago, man.
go ahead. And it's
You
not a
should have
thing
did this
about.
long ago.
It's not an I don't think here. It's a like there are some
No, I
cases
haven't.
that
I would
just
love to, though.
require
It'd be
more
cool.
attention and more resources that you can
Be cool as
adequately
shit.
throw at it. So there are times where it's okay to take the lead role and have feds play secondary, and it's also okay to kind of flip flop that and let the feds take the lead if that's what you.
I hope she's found. But how long before it's cold? I mean, they haven't said nothing to the public in what, 3 weeks with anything new? They've given us what, a video of a car driving by it. They're not getting very far, man. They are not
feel
getting
is
very
best
far
for
at
the
all.
investigation. Ultimately, decisions that are made have to be made in the best interest of the investigation. What gives us the best opportunity to resolve this case? If it's us being the lead and FBI supporting us, cool. If it's giving it to the FBI, then you have to let you have to set your ego aside.
Shout out to my girl Lily in the chat. She said, "Let's fucking go. 1 million views. We're almost there. We need 150,000 and we got it." Shout out to you, Chicky, with the 420 famous drop. Shout out.
Right now, 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 right now.
So stupid calling you people girls because you're obviously women. It just gets stuck in my brain. Sorry, ladies. Ladies. Sorry.
and let that happen, but still be actively involved in a case because there's an expectation that you provide a service to that community. And it's just not a simple handoff and we're clean and we're done with it and we don't care anymore. Like regardless of who takes the lead, the sheriff's department still has to play an active role in it.
The ego thing is interesting because I don't know if that's just something that people within law enforcement would be talking about. Because I'm just thinking, let's say the sheriff day 2 or 3 said, "You know what? FBI's taking the lead on this. They've got the resources. They've got the technology."
I try to
I would
be.
think people would look up to that. I mean, no one's going to say, "God, that's a terrible sheriff who doesn't want to." I would be thinking, "Yeah, let the FBI do it. You know, he's doing the
Sure.
right thing."
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You got to think about the psychological effect too. So we have community expectations, but we have internal expectations too. You know, if the sheriff, because the sheriff's between a rock and a hard place, honestly.
Oh, whoever finds Nancy's going to get a medal. You know what I mean? And if you do find Nancy, you should get a medal because this is some hard detective work right here. These people damn near pulled off the perfect burglary and kidnapping. It's kind of crazy because they're showing everybody else how to do it if they wanted to do it. And that's bad. That's bad. Hi, Cuddle. Like they literally pulled off the perfect kidnapping, man. How was it so easily got away with? They weren't amateurs, were they? Come sealed to the hilt, mask on, gloves taped to their wrists, not a single piece of skin showing hardly. They these are scary people is what they are. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm a grown ass fucking man. And these are kind of the people that make you fucking bump your knee at night, freaking out and shit. You know what I mean? I'm dead serious. Like, these are scary kind of people, and they're still walking our planet. They are still just walking around, and that's not good. We don't need people like this in our world. They need caught, because this is horrific. Just thinking about stealing somebody is fucking horrific. If you could sit around and go, like, think you would really go do that, especially an 84-year-old woman, you're a predator. You're a bad predator, too. One without a conscience. Oh, they might find her, but it's going to be a while. Somebody was on Twitter the other night leaving messages and shit saying that you should check this body of water and I'm part of the case and all this. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. These people have lost their minds doing shit like that. I mean, where do you put her though? If you're in the desert, you put her outside and the elements are going to get her. She's going to start stinking within 4 hours. As soon as she heats up, 4 hours, she's stinking. You know what I mean? But like, not if you dump her in a piece of water. Yep. What's up, Morticia? Congrats on your successful recovery. Thank you so much, Morticia. Good to see you. Morticia walks through the door with this long black gown on.
Right now, 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 right now.
Tucson News Report what? You got 2 Ring cameras? Good for you, Cuddle. Nice to hear. Yes. Good to hear. Everybody else follow her lead, man. Put cameras up. If you don't have them, get them. At the least, a damn doorbell camera on every door. You can do little things like go and get those fake alarm systems and put them on your windows. If the window gets raised, this thing starts screaming at you. And they think it's a real alarm and they run because it's loud. I mean, detour it. Please get
He
cameras.
says, hey, I'm going to give it to the FBI. I guarantee you half the people in the department would be like, oh, that's a great idea. And the other half are going to say, what? You don't think we can do a good job? You don't think that we're smart enough? You don't think that we're capable enough? Haven't we proven ourselves to be good detectives? We have a very high.
That's an ego. And egos should not be involved in this. That might be part of our problem.
Resolution on homicides in Pima County as far as sheriff's department goes.
Old minds.
Like, I guarantee you that psychologically there would be people on the department who would take significant offense to relinquishing control to the FBI, not because they don't want the case resolved, but maybe they may feel like it's a reflection of their ability, and it isn't.
Interesting.
But
the Tucson reported FBI task force has started. Like, yeah, I thought that's what they were going to do. They're creating a task force. That's like it's set people, and then they got people under them, but it's not as many as they had. They're just going to have like a team that's going to be focused on Nancy. It ain't going to be 400 deputies like it was.
But that's a natural reaction. Like it's the same as so for example, I was on SWAT in K9, did a ton of missions, and I know FBI HRT was in town, right? Well, as the Pima Regional SWAT team, like you want to be the team that does the rescue. Like you want to, like, that is what you train for. That is it. That is the pinnacle of what you would do on SWAT is a hostage rescue. And not to say that giving it to FBI HRT would be wrong, because they are exceptional at what they do. I expected them to do that, and I don't see anything wrong with them coming in and taking over for hostage-specific scenarios. However,
exactly what I was saying, that they're going to start a task force for Nancy, and it's going to be a set group of people that might have a few people underneath them, but it's not going to be like all of the FBI agents that were out there. It's not going to be that anymore. It's going to be like a smaller, like division type thing. That's the way I'm reading it.
Internally, as a team member, you want to be that guy. You want to be that person, because deferring it to another team means you're not, in some way, it feels like you're not capable enough to do it. And the difference between your regular municipal or regional SWAT team and FBI HRT is that FBI HRT, that's all they do. That's all they do. That their sole focus is that. So they're going to be better at it than a team that trains twice a year and maybe does a couple of 1 week trainings throughout the year, which is like the national standard. And it doesn't mean that if the Pima Regional SWAT team did a hostage rescue that they wouldn't be effective. I would expect them to be effective. I was part of the team. I know there are great guys on that team.
Yeah, it's going to be
expect nothing
group.
less. But
that's what I'm getting. It's going to be a small group. Be a smaller group. I know that. Yeah, Cajun Navy was there. I seen him on CNN.
Being put off to the side to let like the big boys come in and take care of it, it does sting a little. Like that is like, that's just human. That's just part. That's just,
I know, you're right. I think about that even in my industry. That makes sense. It's interesting the way you explained it. Since you did search and rescue, you know this area so well.
Ego though.
We haven't seen a lot of searching going on. I mean, there maybe the first day we saw a little bit, the first day or two, but it seemed like from the beginning, other cases I've covered, you'll see the dogs out. You'll see helicopters up every day for weeks.
Yeah.
Why do you think we haven't seen that?
Well, I don't know if we haven't seen it. I haven't been on scene. And again, all I can do is evaluate based on what I've seen on TV. What I've seen is I've seen waves
right.
of searching.
They do. They need.
Let me tell you, like hindsight is 2020, right? Like I can go back and be like, hey, you should have done this. You should have done that.
Yeah. At this point, they need something. They need They need to pull a rabbit out of the hat. I'm dead serious. I think the longer it takes, the harder it's going to be to find her alive anywhere. You know what I mean? Like the longer this takes, the worse chance that you're going to find her at all. Yeah. The longer this takes, man, it's just going to get more worse and more worse for Nancy. But I don't know what they do. I really don't. Every day I wake up and I'm like, man, I hope they got something new for Nancy. And I wait around. Nope. Another day goes by. Not a damn word. That's a little strange, man. It just means that these people pulled off the ultimate freaking kidnapping, man. Even somebody that has a little bit of stature in the community, kind of, in the world. That's Savannah Guthrie's freaking mom, bro. They pulled this off damn near, I think. They weren't rookies. Hell no. They weren't. I'll say this. I don't know if they're rookies at doing what they did, but their damn consciousness, they're conscienceless. They don't have a conscience. There'd be no way you could get me to go in somebody's house and take an old woman, man. Like, every bit of my body would be like, no way. That's somebody's grandmama, bro. That's somebody's great grandma. 84. No way. No way, Jose.
probably very early on that this was an abduction for ransom, or
Hi,
honestly,
Jupiter.
in
You
my
just got
opinion,
back
more
from
than
NOLA?
likely a burglary gone wrong.
Did you
Right?
go to Mardi Gras? Did you go to Mardi Gras, Jupiter? Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Whoa.
Right now, 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 right now.
Dude, like, I believe they went in the back door, they popped open that slider, and there she was. Like, that's scary as shit, dude. Because all you gotta do is pop open the
I could
slider,
talk about that later on.
and
But
then they took her out the front
when
because
you
they didn't want
start
to throw her over the
searching,
wall.
it becomes difficult because you have to approach it methodically. If like you're either all in on searching the area or you're not. It's not a toe in the water thing. So if you're going to search, one, you need an aerial search, like which I know they were up there, and be it with our fixed wing or a helicopter, and maybe other resources like with DPS Ranger. I'm not sure if they were involved or not, but we have the resources to do an aerial search. Now with searching with dogs. Okay, so I know Boar Star was out there. So the sheriff's department has dual purpose dogs. So that all that means is that they're narcotics certified and patrol certified, which means they're certified.
Wait a minute. Some drunk dude showed up today? Man, they need to lock down that whole block, dude. Let that family get back to like normalcy, dude. And the only way to do that's to lock down that whole block. If you don't live there, you ain't coming there. Straight up. Because it's just become a media freaking playground. And I'm not saying all of them are doing something wrong, but there's obviously people coming there acting fucking idiots. Like, that's crazy. Why would you pull up drunk there? I can't believe this shit. I'm lost. Like, this is even real? They need to shut that damn whole street down. Nah. They shouldn't even be able to pull up on Nancy's anymore, man. Like, shut it down. That's the only way you're going to get some normalcy back over there. If you're giving the house back to the family, then you need to shut that down. There's no way somebody's going to go there and live. Now, you know what I mean? I don't.
You search, locate, and apprehend people.
They're
But
still there with
we
cameras in the
don't have
driveway.
any tracking dogs that do scent identification. So I know that there was an issue with maybe I think a Boar Star agent leaving a piece of clothing on the side of the road. So that's scent identification where, like, you know, it's like what you would see. Like, hey, the dog sniffs it. They identify to that specific odor. And then there are dogs, human odor on the ground. And then there are like cadaver dogs that are specifically searching for bodies. So in this case, the sheriff's department isn't equipped to actually.
Shout out to my girl Phoenix Blaze. Hit me on the chime. She said, AD, here's $25. Thank you, baby girl. Thank you, thank you. She said, congratulations. I'm so happy for your recovery. Love you. I love you too, Chickie. Thank you so much, guys. Phoenix, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Right now, 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 right now.
Oh, I'm currently fucking peeing blood. My piss looks like fruit punch. And it ain't been like that for like a week. So I'm thinking that the scab's coming off. They said it would around the 2-week mark. I think I'm at like 2.5 weeks now. So I think the scab's coming off because I went to work today and probably rubbed it off or something. But I don't hurt. I'm good. I'm ready to keep going. My legs hurt. That's the worst thing. Walking around freaking concrete with steel toes.
Research with their
Shit
patrol
sucks.
dogs, because the patrol dogs, all they're doing is searching for human odor, any human odor. And with as much foot traffic as there was, like it's an unreasonable ask to have a patrol dog just search for human odor, because they're going to pick up the person in the yard next door. They're going to pick up all the reporters who are on the side of the road. Like it would be a very difficult search area. Now, one thing looking back, what I think could have been done better is our department has a top-notch search and rescue unit. It is one of the best, if not the best, in the state of Arizona.
It went good. It went good,
Operationally, they're typically at number.
Yeah, I got my boys are there. They're like, hey man, you need help with anything, bro? Just come get me. So I was good. I knew I would be. I just need to get in there, you know. I didn't do anything overbearing, and I won't have to tomorrow either. Thursday, I'm gonna be running lines. So yeah, Thursday is gonna be a little trying. And then Friday I won't be running lines. It'll be easy again. So I only do one thing strong this week. So I'm good. All to the good.
One or number two in the country doing about 225
Oh,
search
yeah.
and rescue missions a year.
They're heavy.
When we're searching for a missing hiker, okay, so we get a missing hiker up in Mount Lemon. We go up there that night. Their car's up there. No one's heard from them, and we think they're lost on trail. Okay, cool. We start doing searching on an operational period, and what we will do is we will literally take that trail and we will blow it up when I say blow it up, I'm talking about 5x5 maps. And we'll start doing something called segmenting. And we'll segment specific areas and segment it so that we can search those areas. And then we allocate resources to those areas. And then we do searching based on critical spacing so that a searcher can see another searcher, so that we know what's in between us and nothing gets missed. So looking back, I think there was a really good opportunity here to get search and rescue involved in that way. However, when search and rescue does that, they're running the search and rescue mission. This turned into an abduction, and we don't think she's here. So I think what happened was like, okay, well,
I think they took her. I think they've got her far now. They might. Hell, they might keep moving her. Who knows? I don't know. I think she's long gone though. I honestly do. I think she is long gone. It's sad. It is sad. But if she's been gone this long, she might not even have made it out of the house, guys. Not alive. All that blood that was took, that could have been somebody carrying her, and it just dripping. That makes sense. Somebody could even threw her over his shoulder. What's she weigh? Probably 140. Dead weight though. It's heavy. A dead person's heavy. It's not as easy as you think throwing one over your shoulder. But I mean, like somebody said, like 1985 said, taking a tarp. You got two people. Maybe some blood leaked. I don't know. She didn't make it. She didn't make it long after she left. I'll tell you that. If she made it past that doorway. It seems like right when the door's at, she dumped a little more blood and then kept moving or something. Like they stopped her. Maybe. I don't know. We will never know, man. It's going to go cold, too. This is going to go cold, man. I don't think not right now. I couldn't. I think like dead weight. Have you ever lifted up like a dummy? You know what I mean? Like in a gym. It's not easy. Not picking one up and trying to throw it over your shoulder and walk with it. Because it's kind of like, you know what I mean? It's hanging in weird ways. And it's dead weight. That's why it's called that. But two people could have absolutely threw her in a tarp. No problem. I just hope that didn't happen so much. I think she might have went left out of there living. But that, I don't know, man. It had to have been a targeted kidnapping, because why in the hell would a burglar break in and decide to take the lady, bro? Like, that's the biggest, dumbest fucking thing you could do in the world as a burglar, is turn the burglary into a freaking kidnapping. No way. Even a burglar, if they had to do something to her, would have just did it to her and left. I think. I don't know why you take her. That's stupid. I don't know. I don't know why you would take her. That just blows my mind. If people are mad at Savannah, people don't like what Savannah did or doing. Hell, I heard rumblings up to like Nancy had some some uh stuff in the safe or something, that she was changing like something in the house or whatever and changing something else. I don't know. They got a lot of money, and that always kind of plays a factor. You guys see Tommaso there? He was crying. I mean, you might be onto something, 1985. I'm never discredited it. You definitely might be onto something. It's sad that somebody would take an 84-year-old woman, though, man, just to make a point to somebody else. What if they did it for like Savannah? Make a point to Savannah, or this woman didn't do anything to anyone, man. Probably not that she knew of. Yeah, Jean Benet was never solved either. Look at Summer Wells. Summer Wells never solved. Kylie Rodney never solved. I don't know if they returned her vehicle yet. They pulled up in a black SUV. Yeah. I was following the Summer Wells case for a while, but I laid off of it for a while watching it. I haven't watched anything in a while. I think it was the dude anyway. I think it was the long-haired fucking old man. What's his mom's boyfriend or whatever, who it was, or dad or whatever? That's who I thought it was. Upchurch is about to be going to court over their fucking Kylie Rodney shit. He is. You guys seen that deposition? Yeah, kids and old women, like and women. Like, I don't like people that harm women. I think you're a sucker motherfucker. I do. I honestly do. Because men were built to be able to overpower women, but we weren't built to use that against women. It's used to protect women, you know? So I feel like when you fucking beat on women or you do things to women and you're a man, you're a sucker motherfucker. I've always felt that way. I guess it's something my mama taught me. Yeah, I've always felt that way. Men that prey on women, men that prey on kids, no good. There was a real bad case of that of a little girl that lived on the east side of my town. It was back before I was born, but it was like right before I was born. And they tortured her. They did so many bad things to this little girl. It was so bad when they found her. She was dead. Oh, it was bad. It was real bad. They wrote books and everything about Sylvia Likens. There's documentaries on her on YouTube about it. They did so much evil to that little girl, and the whole family did it. The woman had her kids doing it to her. She never went to school. They just kept her in house. They kept her in a room torturing her. What do you think happened to Summer Wells? You think she wandered off? Or you think it was Don? I think it was Don. Yeah. I think they did make like a little movie about her. Yeah. I don't think it made it big time or anything, but it did. They did make a movie, I think so. You might be right, Brandy. Think Don did it. And the mom? Me too. I think she knew. I don't think she did it, but I think she knows. They don't have a conscience. Some people are just born without conscience. And I think it's partly evil. I do. I think it's partly evil when you don't have a conscience and you're able to just like go through life doing what the fuck ever to people. That's kind of evil. That's like evil. Damn. Two little girls found stuffed into suitcases. Jesus Christ. That's evil, y'all. See what kind of evil roams our earth? Put them down. Yeah, they just have no conscience, guys. Yep. Devil doing the devil's work. There's all kinds of people missing in our states, y'all. All kinds of people. All kinds of kids. They just aren't publicizing it all anymore, which they need to. Yes, it is, Leslie. That's just evil, man. Anybody did this to fucking Nancy, they need to be caught because I don't want them walking my earth. That's why they need to be caught because they could possibly do it to someone else. Psychopaths, for sure. Like, what what makes you think that you can even get away with this shit? Like, okay, it's one thing. All right, we can go over here and kidnap her, but how are we gonna get away with it? Like, I guess they did. So far, they have. So far, they have. Mm-mm. I couldn't either. Would never even cross my mind. My kids never even got whoopings. I had to get on them a few times, but never whooped them. My voice was enough. And I knew how to talk to my children, you know. They knew when I meant business because I'd give them a good old talking too. Like, here's the deal. Yep. Never had to whoop them. What's up, Earth? All right, y'all. I'm about to jump up off here because I'm going to get me something to eat and I'm going to lay down. Oh, you're good, Earth. It's all good, baby. I'm about to get up off here and relax a little bit. I'll probably jump in the Discord with y'all for sure. I ain't doing nothing else. Hillbilly said she'd be going live on her channel at 9:30. Oh, you have a good night too. All right, y'all. For anybody who's wondering, there's no update on Patrick's court date. If there is, I'll post it sometime tonight. If there is, excuse me. I appreciate y'all. Salute to everybody in the chat. Ladies, you guys are awesome. Gentlemen, thank y'all, man. Stay aggressive and defiant, man. Shout out to all the angels in the chat. Y'all are great, great individuals, and I love y'all. I'm tired, so I'm going to eat, and I'm going to relax. But I see you guys in the Discord. All right? Peace.